Chicago, Illinois, one of the biggest cities in America and one of the best sports cities in the world. From baseball with the Cubs and the White Sox, to soccer with the Chicago Fire and the MLS, to the NFL with the Chicago Bears, and of course, to the NBA with the great six-time champion, the Chicago Bulls. But today, it's NASCAR's turn, not directly in Chicago. We had 40 minutes south to Joliet, Illinois at the Chicagoland Speedway. It's a packed house today, a sold-out crowd for the 20th race of the 2026 season. Welcome you guys into NASCAR Countdown Live here from the Chicagoland Speedway. There are all the cars lined up on the grid. Of course, not the actual cars I'll be racing tonight. Thank God for my B-roll. But anyway, we are here and we are live from the Chicagoland Speedway. Hello, guys. I am DWR once again, bringing you guys the pre-race show for the second week in a row. And, well, I have no booth mate this week, so I'll be a lone man once again this week. So that is unfortunate, of course, but we're ready for the 20th race of the season after a wild race last Friday night that saw two flips and, well, almost three flips. Carson Hillsfar almost going upside down, but with Ross Chastain winning and taking the points lead away in the 2026 Cup Series standings. We are here for the 20th race of the season. Of course, anything can happen at this track, and anything can happen really at any race, obviously. So, but the championship lead, it's very, very tight going into today. So we could have a new points leader at the end of the day. It really depends on how good Ross Chastain and how good the other guys behind him are, like Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, just to name a few. I mean, this is becoming a very tight championship battle. And one thing we want to introduce to the pre-race show, and it's a new segment called Throwback Moments. We're going to throw back to a great moment at each racetrack. And today we have the Chicagoland Speedway, and I think there's a moment very fitting. And that moment was the Kyle and Kyle show that we had 8 years ago back on July 1st, 2018, with Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch battling out the final lap. Let's go back to the final lap of that race.
And there's the gap between 1 and 2. Kyle Busch. And here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job. Almost.
The momentum. The 18. They make contact. The 18 into the wall. They're side by side again. Going into 3 for the lead. Larson has the advantage. Here comes the 18. He puts the bumper to the back of him. The 18 into the wall. The 42 sideways.
Where's Harvick?
Here comes the 18. Kyle Busch will win.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
And, man, what a hell of a moment right there with Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson. Of course, we wish Kyle Busch was here with us right now racing at Chicagoland once again, and I'm pretty sure he would have enjoyed this one. I think he had I can't remember his result from last year, but hopefully today would have been a great result if Kyle was here with us. But before we go down trackside for pre-race ceremonies, time for race picks, and it's going to be very hard, I think, to pick a driver to win this race. Based off of how the season has gone. We saw at Kansas, it was really anyone's race. Priest almost won that race. Bubba Wallace ended up being the winner. But I'm going to have to go with the guy who hasn't won yet this year, Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, I think, has a really good shot at winning this race. I believe he got second here last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Christopher Bell is the guy you really want to watch out there for. But let's go trackside for opening race ceremonies.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as members from Blue Star families unfurl the American flag and the America 250 flag in honor of Independence Day weekend. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Vice President of Mission and Ministry at UChicago Medicine Advent Health, David Oseguera.
Gracious God, we want to thank you so much today for the 250 years of freedom you've given us as a country, and we thank you for those who have sacrificed and paid the ultimate price. Today we ask for the protection over every driver, every crew, and every fan that is here. And we ask that your spirit would reverberate through these drivers as they get ready to go supersonic around this track and bring us all home safely. In the name of Jesus we pray, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Navy Band Great Lakes musician Petty Officer 3rd Class Bobby Navoa.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Here we are at the Chicagoland Speedway for the 20th race of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. It is the running of the Eero 400 right here from the Chicagoland Speedway. For the 22nd time, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to the Chicagoland Speedway. Hello guys, I'm DWR, the lone man in the booth this week. Interstate Batteries Cup Series has some prior commitments, so it's just going to be me in the booth this Saturday night. It's going to be a very fun, entertaining race. I believe last year was pretty crazy. That saw a big wreck on the final lap that saw Chase Briscoe get the win here last season. Briscoe still looking for that first win in the 2026 season. Will that happen tonight? Christopher Bell's on the pole. If you guys saw the pre-race, I picked him to win. I think Bell could definitely get the job done tonight, but also watch out for the Toyotas as well. Ty Gibbs up there, second place in points. Gibbs trying to go on a Matt Kenseth style championship run. He only has one win, came last month at Michigan. So the Joe Gibbs Toyotas, they've been kicking it up these last few weeks, but also the one in Ross Chastain. Who would have thought that Ross Chastain would have been a contender for the championship. Chastain is tied for the season's most wins with Denny Hamlin at 3, with the hat trick of wins coming at Daytona last week. Hamlin won a few weeks ago at Cleveland. Hamlin looking for his 4th win of the year, as well as Ross Chastain. But like I mentioned, we could get a first-time season winner, or we could get a first-time winner today. Corey Heim's up there in 4th. You want to watch out for him. But meanwhile, let's go trackside and let's get the command to fire up the engines for the Eero 400.
Drivers, please start your engines. We're racing a Canadian Tire Motorsport.
Engines fired, and we are not racing at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. For some fans wish we still were. But the cars are rolling off of pit road, 38 strong. And as well, this is a sold-out crowd today. 47 in attendance, all 50 states, and representing 19 countries in the stands tonight. Great weekends celebrating America 250. I mean, we celebrated that last week, but we're also celebrating it 1 week later. Look at this curve on the back straightaway. And we got trouble. An issue for the 99 to Connor Zilish on the pace lap. Zilish says he has a problem. He's going to go down the pit lane and get that situated, so we will not start the race immediately. He should be back out there. He might get credited with the DNS, which would be a last place finish. But here we go, about to get underway for the 22nd time at Chicagoland Speedway. Sold out crowd, 47,000, representing all 50 states and 19 countries, come to their feet. And Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs lead them to the green flag. We're racing in Illinois. Already going 3 wide down the back straightaway. Alex Bowman trying to make it 3 wide on the inside of Hemrick and Heim. Bell's going to have the lead. He's going to edge out in front of his teammate, Ty Gibbs. Great run with the little team that could. Colleague Racing this season. 3 wide in the back. Bell's going to lead the first lap of this race. Look at this. 3 wide between Caruth, Logano, and Hamlin. Hamlin's going to send it on the inside. Logano's almost pushed Raja Caruth up in the wall. Look at the big run by Briscoe on the inside. He's going to get the inside run on the inside of Ellie and Logano, and he's going to battle with his teammate Denny Hamlin on the inside. Justin Haley 4 wide in the back, nearly 4 wide. Blaney's going to go to the inside of Bowman, and Heim's going to hold that high side. Look at that. Oh, Hamlin almost took out the 31 of Bowman going right there in turns 1 and 2. These guys are going really fast, 200 miles an hour. These are like IndyCar style speeds, but not necessarily the pack style racing that we saw here last year. Look at that, the 67 of Corey Heim, who's had great runs as of late. Hemrick, though, going to the inside of Bell as Ty Gibbs is our race leader right here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Look at Chase Briscoe going to the inside of Ryan Blaney. And Bell has to go way onto the outside, going on board with Briscoe. Briscoe's going to go to the inside of Hemrick. And I'm really impressed with Briscoe. He started, I believe, 12th, 14th, and he's already up to 3rd in just the first 4 laps. I mean, this car is fast. It is dialed in early. Chase Briscoe's dialed in early. And here he is challenging for 2nd on his teammate Christopher Bell. He's going to go to the inside right there. Bell's going to drive the track just a little bit. Bell has to get out of it. He got really loose. Bell's going to get the run down the back chute. And we saw it during the pace laps. This back straightaway is curved. This track is pretty much identical to Kansas. I mean, it's the same track. I mean, old surface, 25-year-old surface versus the Kansas, which is a 14-year-old surface. This track has never been repaved in its history. But and also it has, of course, that curve on the back straightaway, which makes it kind of unique to Kansas. There's Raja Caruth in the number 87 car. Talked with him earlier today. He said he's really proud to be a part of this team, and you know, course, unfortunate circumstances with him getting this ride due to the passing of Kyle Busch a month ago, but he has definitely risen to the occasion, kind of fallen off a little bit here at the start of this race, but nonetheless trying to just hold on. Right behind Bubba Wallace in the 23. Two former teammates battling with each other. Bowman with in the 31 car for Richard Childress Racing. Bowman, the Hendrick Motorsports number 24, is going to be to the inside of that 31. Bowman, the winner here 7 years ago, back in 2019. Byron's going to make the pass. There's Chase Elliott right behind him, who won in the O'Reilly Series race here 12 years ago, 2014. Almost won it last night. Got second to Ryan Truex. Elliott having a strong top 10 run right now, running in 10th, getting challenged by the 38 of Todd Gilliland. Of course, it was announced 2 weeks ago that would be going to Team Penske and the 2 car. And Bell is going to go to the outside, almost 3 wide, almost in the wall. Hemrick right there is just looking. And by the way, Chase Briscoe has checked out to the race lead. A pretty big lead for the 19 of Chase Briscoe. I mean, that's how good and dialed in he is. He had a mistake in qualifying yesterday. He was really good in practice on Friday. It was the second fastest car. Bell's been the fastest car all weekend. But tonight, I mean, he's just come the circumstances with with all the other cars on the track, and he about scraped the wall there, scuffed it down the back chute. On board we go with him, battling with his teammate at Hamlin. Hamlin's going to be on the inside. Hamlin going to clear him. This is for third. Bell's going to fall back to fourth. As right now, you can see on the top of this board right now, JGR 1, 2, 3, 4. Briscoe, Gibbs, Bell, Hamlin. I mean, JGR is checked out. Then it's Hemrick, the little team that could, and we call it that because, well, Collie Racing not that big of a team and really not that much of a competitive team in years past, but this year they've risen well above to the occasion. Hemrick 5th in points. Hemrick, such an underrated driver. That team does not have any Chevy support, but them running Dodges, Rams, and the Truck Series. Of course, there's the rumors that Dodge can move up to the Cup Series next year, and Colleague Racing, of course, being an easy lock for Dodge if they do come up to the Cup Series next year in 2027. We'll take a look at our race leader, Chase Briscoe, the winner here a season ago. And Toyotas, they've been really good on the racetrack, on this racetrack, and all the next gen races since our return here in 2024, just 2 years ago. Toyota has won every time out. Reddick in 24, Briscoe in 25, maybe Briscoe trying to go for the repeat year in 2026. Briscoe not a winner yet this year, but we got a battle for second between Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs. Hamlin's going to get the run on the inside. Hamlin won here 11 years ago, 2015. Give Hamlin second that lap over his teammate Ty Gibbs in the number 54. Gibbs going to have to get way out of the gas here, and with these high speeds, 200 miles an hour on this very old surface. Look at Gibbs, though. Gibbs going to go with the crossover. He was on the inside of the last lap. Now he's going to dive it into the inside of that number 11. Now looks like the 11 is going to get the run off turn 4 right there, and Hamlin's going to clear on for second, the second straight lap. And it looks like Daniel Hemrick in the 16 is going to break up this JGR brigade, as well as the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Blaney 2 wins this year. And Hemrick, we know he's really good at the mile-and-a-half tracks, as Bell's going to get the run. That is a interesting stat right there, with Hemrick almost winning at Las Vegas. So it's basically two similar racetracks when we go back to Las Vegas later in the year. So this might be a race where Hemrick could win. So I think if Hemrick's going to win, it's going to be a mile-and-a-half track, people. Look at this curve down the back straightaway. We were talking about it earlier. And it kind of allows for a little bit more speed to be carried in the corners. Also, I think Chicagoland has a little bit more banking than Kansas, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that. We're on lap 17 now. Connor Zilisch, by the way, has entered into this race. Many laps down. As we come to lap 18, we honor the most winningest driver here at Chicagoland Speedway, Kyle Busch, with the silent lap 18. Pit stops at lap 19. Race leader Chase Briscoe comes down, and he is going to get 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel here. Of course, this track kind of eats up tires a little bit with this 25-year-old surface. Oh, we got a little bit of contact down on the pit lane. I believe it was between Stenhouse and Byron, if I'm not mistaken. Bubba Wallace, he's going to get into his pit stall. Briscoe leads the pit lane. Oh, there's some damage to the side of the 87 of Rajah Caruth. Rajah is going to get into his spot right now. I have a theory Rajah might be a subscriber to the channel. I'm not sure. That'd be cool, though. But Chase Briscoe has left the pit lane, and once things cycle out, Chase Briscoe will once again be our race leader here in the Eero 400 from the Chicagoland Speedway. A nice patriotic paint scheme, you know. I mean, we might have ended our America 250 NASCAR Salutes campaign a week ago in Daytona, but still want to keep that American patriotism on this week. As Chase Briscoe has dominated this race. There's the 99 of Connor Zilisch, top 10 in points, leads the Rookie of the Year standings over the 67 of Corey Heim. Heim's kind of closing in, though, on Connor Zilisch on the rookie battle. Zilisch, almost wrecked himself off the front bumper of Briscoe right there. Of course, Zilisch has that one win at Atlanta back in March. There is Denny Hamlin. He cycled out the second over his teammate Ty Gibbs as we go on board with the 2015 Chicagoland winner, Denny Hamlin. And you can see him redlining because how fast we're going. We're going 200 on the straightaways right here. Let's listen here. It's pretty much him. Yeah, that's him getting on the brakes right there. And with high speeds and this very old slick surface, it's going to drive you up the track. As here comes the 54 Ty Gibbs, his teammate. Going to go right to the inside. Battle for second between JGR teammates once again. It's Hamlin versus Gibbs. Oh, Gibbs! Gibbs almost making contact, almost wrecking into his teammate. That would have been disastrous right there. That would have been a meeting on Monday morning right there for the team. They had the lap car, Zilisch right in front of them. Here it comes. That's going to allow Gibbs to get the run on the inside. Zilisch can hold up Hamlin. Now Zilisch can hold up Gibbs. Zilisch does not know where to go. He doesn't know where to go. He's going to hold up Hamlin. He's going to let his fellow young gun to the inside. Ty Gibbs goes to second place. Now Zilisch going to let Hamlin go. Oh, now Gibbs going to slide with the track. That's going to allow Hamlin to get the run. But Hamlin had to get out of the gas right there to keep himself from wrecking in the Zilisch, I believe. Briscoe's just enjoying this lead. He's led the majority of the laps. I forgot when he took the lead. I believe it was around lap 7 or 8 where he took the lead. It was within the vicinity of 7 to 10 laps. Lap 7 to 10, I should say. Daniel Hemrick running in fourth. He's the guy that's keeping these JGR teammates from running 1 through 4 right now. As Briscoe, one car blowing up on the front straightaway. One car blows up. It's Tyler Reddick Reddick blows up on the front straightaway. Big problems for the 45. Big problems for the 2024 winner here. That is going to have to be a caution. A lot of fluid on the racetrack. Tyler Reddick. I mean, just the heartbreaking season continues. Reddick stops on the racetrack. That's more than likely going to be our first caution of the race. Oh my. And yes, it is. Caution is out for the first time in tonight's race here at Chicagoland Speedway for Tyler Reddick, stopping on the right in off the exit of turn 2. Same issue happened with Connor Zilish last night in the O'Reilly Series race. Some fluid on the racetrack. Tyler Reddick got to the apron immediately. So we're going to have to lay down some speedy dry, which looks like kitty litter. That's what they say it feels like. There's a 67 to Corey Heim. Well, it looks kind of odd that it looks odd that he's not running a Robin Hood car this week. There's Derek Kraus in the 44, runner-up a week ago in Daytona. As we're going to have pit stops under caution. The leaders are going to come in right here for pit stops under the yellow flag. And of course, you see a lot of the cars in front of them. Those guys are going to be falling to the back of the field. They're going to be a lap down, so we're probably going to have like 10 cars on the lead lap, maybe 7. Oh, Gilliland. Oh, our teammate makes contact with Todd Gilliland down the pit lane. It was slight contact, though. Suarez and Byron make contact. Hocevar and High make contact as well. Logano had some slight contact. There's a lot of contact down pit road right now as the 19 Chase Briscoe comes out right now. I don't think he's going to win the race off pit road easily. Hamlin's going to come out in second. I believe Hemrick's going to come out in third. This reminds me of that one scene from Cars. What is Hemrick doing? Hemrick almost plowed and clobbered the back end of Busher. But yeah, it reminds me of that scene from Cars where Chick Hicks gets stuck in all the traffic exiting pit lane. That's what happened right there. Briscoe and all of them. You can see already all the guys a lap down already. 21 cars on the lead lap. It's going to be way less than once we go back under green. My estimate is going to be 7. Which might make this race less interesting. I don't know. Still great racing, obviously. But with Hemrick being second, that is very interesting. Reddick's going to be out of this race more than likely. And he's more laps down than Zilish. Zilish is only down pit road for like the first lap and a half. Lap and a half. He was down pit road. 5.5 a lap. He was out there quick. It took him a while for him to get get lapped. But it shows him 2 laps down, so I'm not entirely sure. Briscoe with the Patriotic Bass Pro Shops. Number 19 Toyota Camry won in the Bass Pro Shops car last year, obviously. It was that Bass Pro Shops fish car. It was all scales on the car. I'd say the one he's running this year is way better. I like I like how American it looks. Shocked they didn't run Daytona last week. That being 4th of July weekend last weekend. But yeah, here we go. Look at all these guys are going to be put another lap down or a lap down for the first time tonight. Larson is, Elliott is. I'm not sure what in the world's happening here. As we're going to get the restart, first restart of the day. Our first start was pretty interesting. Had guys go 3 wide, 4 wide, almost 5 wide, pushing 5 wide. But, as I guess we're going to get the green flag. Green flag back in the air. 3 cars. 3 cars are separated from the rest of the field. We got really great head start right there. Look at that. Elliott's going to get the run on the outside. 3 wide. Suarez going to be in the middle. He's going to emerge from that hot dog. Oh, look at the big run to Hocevar. Hocevar is going to send it absolutely in the corner. Almost getting into Logano and Keselowski. 4 wide on the front straightaway. Look at Wallace. I believe he shut the 5 of Larson down. Intense, entertaining racing. Oh, look at all these guys getting runs. I mean, there's too many runs for me to call right now. Byron, Cindric's getting run. I mean, everyone's getting runs. They're going to go 4 wide. Look at this, 4 wide. Jones going to go down the pit lane. Big run for Gibbs and Keselowski. Raja Caruth. Raja's kind of holding up the field right here. He's going to hold up Elliott. There goes Gilliland to the inside. Gibbs almost gets into the 38. Oh, trouble. Trouble, turn 2. 1 car goes hard on the wall. It's Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson, a lot of damage. I mean, annihilated that outside wall. Got a lot of... Did he get a lot of air? I think he might have. Gonna take a look at the replay right now. Going down. Oh, and turn 1-2 makes contact with Chastain and annihilates that wall. Tough hit there for Noah Gragson. I mean, just head on into that wall. Thank God for the safer barriers and the safety on these cars. I mean, that would have been worse without the safer barrier. Noah just said it knocked the wind out of him. Let's see, going down the 1. Chastain kind of sends it down in there, and he gets into the back end of the 4, and that just spins the 4 out. And Noah just takes a hard shot into the wall. He was going about 200 miles an hour. 190 to 200 miles an hour, and straight into that wall. Kind of a limp getting out of the car. But he got out nonetheless under his own power. That was the onboard shot we're looking at right there. So it's our second caution of the night here. More cars come down. Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Todd Gilliland, Raja Caruth, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, just to name a few. Raja's going to beat Elliott off. And Raja, of course, now a Rookie of the Year contender. I'm not sure if he's going to be winning that battle. He would have to go on a tear, which you never know what could happen. He almost won his first start for Spire Motorsports out in Texas. Mile-and-a-half track. Not necessarily going to be in contention tonight. We're going to have like 500 cautions in order for that to happen, which might be the case. Only 2 cars being credited out of this race. Reddick's team is still trying to work on this car. The 2 cars that are out is Jesse Love in the 8 and the 4 of Noah Gragson, of course. Gragson having that hellacious hit. And Denny Hamlin, he's a minute behind the field. He's going to be lapped on this next restart. Daniel Hemrick. Hemrick is our leader, as Denny Hamlin's going to go a lap down here. Might be Hemrick's night. Might get career win number 2. Remember, he won at Iowa Speedway 2 years ago. That was on a short track. We had Iowa next month, August 1st, I believe. I know in real life they go there August 9th and there's an off week, but there's no off weeks. And the mock series are going all the way until November 8th. I'm going to be whipped by the time November comes. Ah, boy, these drivers are going to be whipped too. They're going to be more whipped than me when it's all said and done at Charlotte, November 8th for the championship finale race. I believe right now there's like 8 or 9 guys that are within a race within each other to winning the championship. So, I mean, 8 to 9 guys that are possibly going to win the championship. I mean, that's just how crazy the season has been. Probably one of the most entertaining seasons we had in NASCAR history, and probably the best season we've had in the next gen era, potentially. As Hemrick and Briscoe lead us back to the green flag. Green flag back in the air. On down turns 1 and 2, Daniel Hemrick's going to have that edge, and the little team that could is going to clear one. The powerhouses and David Beat and Goliath so far tonight. To the lead goes Daniel Hemrick under green flag conditions, going down the back straightaway. Oh, Hemrick's going to slide up the track a little bit. Look at this, 3 wide in the back. It's Blaney, Bell, Gibbs. Battle for the lead. Briscoe to the inside. 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Bell's going to send it to the inside. Bell's going to try to have a run, trying to mount a charge on Briscoe. Blaney's going to get 3 wided by Gibbs and Byron down the back chute. Here comes a big run by Gibbs. Here comes an even bigger run by Bell. Bell's going to go to the inside and Briscoe. It's the battle of the B's. Double B's. Going at it for second. Bell's going to clear Briscoe. Briscoe's going to be on the high lane. The high lane might work. It's been working with the runs off too, and it worked right there. Here comes Briscoe to the inside. 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. That's Chicagoland. Bell's going to prevail in the middle. And Christopher Bell to the lead at Chicagoland. He's going to lead this lap. 13 to go. Still anyone's race. Byron trying to mount his name into the race. Gibbs trying to do the same thing. Hemrick's going to get the run off too. Here comes Byron trying to go to the inside of Briscoe. I mean, there's a bunch of B's up here and then an H. So far, Goliath is prevailing like always. Bell trying to get that first win of the 2026 season, just 12 laps away from doing it. From potentially doing it. Briscoe keeps falling back. He falls back to 4th. Byron gets around him for 3rd. Believe there might be some debris on the racetrack. Coming to 11 laps to go. Christopher Bell, the race leader. 11 to go. Next time by will be 10 to go. And we get a caution. Caution is out for the 3rd time in the day's race. Or tonight's race, rather. Caution is out nonetheless. 3rd caution of the day, the hat trick. We get it. And this might change things for Bell. Adam Stevens, the crew chief, is just pounding his fists right now on the pit box, as right now it's 10 laps to go as we come across the line. Bell over the radio saying, just saying no a bunch of times, just yelling no. You know, as he once said, this is fun. We're having fun. I'm having fun. I'm not sure if these drivers are. Bell's not having fun right now. He wanted that thing to go green. If we've stayed green for the rest of the way, then maybe this could have been a Bell race. If you guys saw the pre-race show, NASCAR Countdown Live, you know I picked Bell to win this race. I've rarely gotten a prediction right this year. I want to be right this week, damn it. Yeah, we take a look under this caution. Alright, well this is going to be a stressful situation, I think, for Bell. It might be an even stressful run for I'm not sure if they're going to come down at all. They might just stay out. Which I don't think they're going to have enough fuel. Well, if this thing goes green and we stay in regulation, these guys are going to have enough fuel regardless. They're just going to be like, they're going to have like 2 laps left in their tank, 2 to 3 laps left in their tank after the fact, after the check flag. If we get a caution in overtime, then if they stay out, then there's a possibility that they just run out of fuel. This thing might be a field mileage race, boys and girls. Last year was whoever would survive the pack in the madness. We had a big wreck down the back straightaway. That was started when Chase Helly got turned around, and then Chase Briscoe went on the win. The year before that, it was Logano versus Reddick. Reddick getting the win in that one. 2019, it was, of course, we had the few-year hiatus. 2020, we didn't race here due to COVID. It's taken off the schedule for a couple of years. 2019, it was Larson versus Bowman. 2018, we had that amazing battle between Busch versus Larson. And Busch watching from above tonight. Watching this madness just prevail tonight. He was going to prevail and win this race. We don't know. Anyone could win this race. Hemrick could. Hemrick has a fast car. Byron has not won since March 1st. Sonoma, the 3rd race of the season. He's, of course, won the Daytona 500. He was the points leader up until just a few weeks ago. No longer the points leader anymore. Well, he's back down in 7th, so the run he's having tonight, he's going to get that boost up in the points. I don't think it's necessarily going to be the point lead. With the way Bell and Gibbs are running, it's probably going to be either Bell or Gibbs at the top of the helm. Chastain will not retain his point lead for the 2nd week in a row. We've been alternating since, I think, Sebring. That's Sebring, Cleveland, one of those two. But we get the 1 to go signal this time by. A bunch of cars out of this race. Buescher out. Chastain's out. Nemechek, Creed. Reddick is still in this race. Reddick wants those points bad, but he's still getting credited with that last place position, 38th. Briscoe, right there in 4th, still looking for that first win of the year. What is happening to Briscoe? He accidentally hit the kill switch on the car. He accidentally killed the car. It's not out of fuel, we know that. There'll be 5 laps to go, I believe, once we get this race restarted. Hemrick's coming down. What in the world's happening? Hemrick's coming down the pit lane. No one's going. We're still in formation to take the green flag. What in the hell is happening right now? And NASCAR's just held off the restart. Caution is going to be extended here. Briscoe at the line's going to take the race lead back, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. It might be intense. Strap down. Yeah, I'm going to say this famous line right now. Strap down your TVs, your phones, your game cues, your potatoes, whatever you're watching this on, strap it down. This is going to be an insane final few laps. I don't think it's going to be as insane as Daytona last week when we had Herbst going as the catch fence. Hocevar almost going upside down, and of course landing on top of Stenhouse, which flipped him upside down and sent him rolling 5 times. I think everyone saw that. Of course, it was clipped. Shout out to YRB fan. I'm not sure if he's going to have anything to clip tonight, but just stay tuned. Maybe we might. We might. Almost had a flip with Gregson with all the air he got. Maybe. You could have flipped. You never know. I think we're going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. This added 2-3 laps here. Are we going to get the 1 to go signal? Let's see. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yeah, the caution lights are off. Everyone's rowdy. Everyone's rowdy in the Miller Lite beer tent in turn 1. Everyone's rowdy. All 47,000 people here are rowdy. Not a single one's gonna be. No one's gonna be sitting down once you get this green flag. I want to be. I don't know why I'm talking like there's multiple me's in the booth. It's just only one person. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I might stand up for this. I might stand up for this restart. Speed car slow on the front straightaway. NASCAR says we have enough cars to make this a good, clean restart. It's going to be Bell versus Briscoe. Hemrick falls all the way back. There's only 3 cars up here that are going to be able to win this race. And we get... Oh, well, they're extending this. They're going to add another lap. Are you kidding me? All these fans just wave their hands up in the air just like, what? They're adding another lap. And once again, it's going to be 1 to go at the line. The track DJ just trying to keep everyone entertained. I mean, looking down here, it's rowdy down there. It's looking like a nightclub. It is Saturday night. I'm pretty sure there's some nightclubs in Chicago, a lot of them. Well, why go to the nightclub when you can go to the racetrack? I mean, this is my type of nightclub. Alright, will we get the restart this time by? Will NASCAR hold them off? They said we're going to have enough, but I think there's a lot of slow cars on the start-finish line that they're like, it's not safe for it to be a clean restart, a good restart. It's going to be a 2-lap dash, I think. 2-3-lap dash. I think it's going to be a 3-lap dash here once we get the green flag. Oh boy. I'm standing up for this one. I'm standing up. Alright, who's going to win this race? 3-lap dash. Bell versus Briscoe. 2 JGR teammates. Right here. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps to go. Briscoe gets the jump on the start. There goes Bell down in turns 1 and 2. Does he get the run? Briscoe going to go down the block. Almost clears himself on his teammate. Here comes Bell on the inside. Bell on the inside. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Bell's going to have it on the inside. Bell's going to have the slide edge. Briscoe's going to be on the top side on the outside. Come the 2 laps go. Trial front straightaway. 1 car gets turned around. It's Larson. Then he collects Blaney. Big wreck down the front straightaway. McDowell involved in it. Austin Hill. Cody Ware. Caution with 2 laps to go. And you know what that means. NASCAR overtime. Here's the replay. 4 wide off turn 4. Larson, just got way too high into the wall. Collects Hill. Collects Blaney. And Custer has to shoot for the grass right there. And here comes Fincham. Oh, Fincham! I mean, by an inch missed it. Hocevar was not so lucky. He gets hit ever so slightly. And then nowhere to go for the 51 of Ware and the 71 of McDowell. I think the 29 of Priest maybe got something from it. I mean, was this bound to happen? I think it was. Larson just got way too tight. Kind of loosened that wall. Ran himself into the wall. Thought Larson was going to be one of the favorites to win. So good at this racetrack. I mean, he's had tough luck ever since we came back. And watch Fincham. Oh, almost misses it. He does miss it. Hocevar doesn't. So 200 cars going to be involved in that. The 48 of Hocevar, 5 of Larson, and then the rest of them just collide into it. We're going to get Larson's on board right here. And once again to the wall, nothing you can do. Kablam. And pow. Here's Blaney's on board. Blaney trying to make it through. His teammates right on the inside. Logano and yeah, Blaney just not Logano's fault. Fault. Kind of larcening the wall and squeezing in the hill that kind of caused Blaney to go around there. But yeah, it's gonna be overtime, folks. My mic cord is kind of got tangled up here in the monitor. It's kind of hard to stand there. Had to bend over. Speaking of Dover, we head there next week for the running of the... Golly, what is it? I'm trying to think here. For the Auto Trader 400. Auto Trader 400 for the 21st race of the year. We head to the first state. Gonna be fun right there. Next week. Last year was Ryan Blaney getting the win, and last year was in April. This year's in July. But it's NASCAR overtime coming here from Chicagoland. It's going to be an insane finish between JGR teammates, or it'll be someone else. It's going to be Bell versus Briscoe. NASCAR overtime from Chicagoland. Green flag back in the air, and Bell gets to jump on the start. Byron's going to clear. Byron's going to get the run on the inside. Bell's going to have the lead. Blaney down the back straightaway, falling back. I believe Blaney's out of fuel. Blaney's out of fuel. Here we go. Down turn straight 4. Bell's out. Christopher Bell reporting that he's out. Bell's going to have to go down the pit lane. Here comes Briscoe to the lead. Briscoe takes the white flag one more time around for Chicagoland. Briscoe and Elliott in behind him. Keep in mind, those cars are a lap down, not in contention. The only car in contention is Briscoe. Now Briscoe's out. Briscoe's out of fuel. Elliott and Cindric are going to unlap themselves. Reminder, they're a lap down. Not for position right there. Briscoe's our leader. Briscoe, will he hold on? He's going to bring it down the pit lane. Bell's not yet out. Here he comes. Check flag's going to be waving. Briscoe, I believe, is going to win this thing on the pit lane. He is. Chase Briscoe out of fuel. And Chase Briscoe is going to cruise across the line on pit road. Chase Briscoe wins at Chicagoland on the pit lane. Second year in a row he wins it. What a race. What a finish. First win of the year for Chase Briscoe. What did we witness right there? He won the race on the pit lane. He won that race going 40 miles, 55 miles an hour. Bell had not enough for Bell. And our ticker has him grayed out. Briscoe has him grayed out right there, but Briscoe nonetheless is the winner. Bell was 19 seconds behind him. He had a problem on pit lane, and he got enough fuel, and here he is coming to the front straightaway. They refueled the car. NASCAR's gonna allow them to do a celebration right here. Hell yeah! Look at that beautiful paint scheme right there. Briscoe, first win of this 2026 season. Second year in a row he wins at Chicagoland, and he is saluting these fans with the Polish victory lap. I mean, what a race that was. Thought it was going to be Bell. Thought maybe it was going to be Hemrick. But Bell ran out of fuel. Briscoe ran out of fuel. And Briscoe wins the race on pit road. He is so lucky that his pit stall was past the start-finish line. Just past it. And these fans saluting Briscoe as Briscoe salutes these fans. And here he is. Last win coming at Pocono last August, and Chase Briscoe gonna burn it down right here from Chicagoland. Blew the tires out of it. Rubber's still burning on the track. And look at that. The fireworks are going off. That might have been race of the year right there. Race of the year, question mark? And at Briscoe out of the race car for his 6th career victory. And for a 2nd year in a row win at Chicagoland, he gets on top of that car. And listen to the roar, 47,000 fans. How to reel him in. How to reel him in. Winnings in the patriotic scheme a week after America's 250th birthday. Danielle Trotta gonna be down track side with our race winner Chase Briscoe. Briscoe, a 2-time winner at Chicagoland. Let's go trackside to Danielle Trotta.
For Chase Briscoe, first of the season with Joe Gibbs Racing. It took 18 weeks. We're halfway through the regular season, Chase. What's the emotion now of finally breaking through?
Yeah, how about that race? Was that a good race?
Yeah!
Weekend. This American winning in the Venice Pro Challenge, Red Light Blue Car, 4th of July weekend, 250 years, and it's one unbelievable race car. James did a great job, team did a great job, and honestly did not see this coming. I felt like I was struggling in practice and qualifying, but yeah, James and Rick did a great job, and man, it's so cool to get this team back in victory lane. Appreciate all of our partners, Freebird, Zach, we got all kinds. Wix, Sonny Sleep, Tractor Boats, True General Camos, and just appreciate each and every person, Mobile One too, that makes this happen. Just what a cool weekend to win a NASCAR race.
And to do it on your Richie's birthday. Today is James Small's birthday. You told me for the last few weeks it's been frustrating watching your teammates win. What is it about James Small? What's he meant to your career to get you back to the winning ways?
Yeah, James, we hear about the 2 most polar opposite people in the world. Okay, he just seems on me. He makes me the perfect thing. He should. This is such a great job of keeping me honest. So, yeah, he told me if I win today, I can get some chocolate. I'm pretty fired up about that.
Okay, we're back in Chicagoland. Fantastic race. What was the difference battling your teammate Christopher Bell, who had 2 lap pressure higher than you? How were you able to hold on?
Yeah, I got lucky. Got lap cars. Honestly, kind of worked out. I was struggling pretty bad, and Christopher was certainly coming in. Out of all the people racing against, I knew Christopher was going to be clean for me. So, yeah, just great. GTR race for either, but yeah, just a really fun race. I felt like that was as good of a race as you can get. Just from cat and mouse game, I was putting the flag around. Hopefully, you can see that on TV. And yeah, just want to say thank you to all you guys. So excited to be back to Chicagoland. Hopefully, we can be back.
Chase Briscoe's in Midwest going right. The Hoosier
Thanks, Danielle Trotta, as there's Chase Briscoe's crew saluting him, and man, they are the ones that won in this race, and Briscoe's smarts kind of helped him win this race. Shaking and hugging every member on that crew. They're the real winners too of this race, and the week after James Small's birthday. And what a race. Heartbreak for Bell, gets 2nd. Pretty awesome day for the 31-year-old Chase Briscoe as the fireworks continue to go off. Beautiful fireworks show. Never too late for fireworks on these summer July nights. As Chase Briscoe's now down in Mobile One victory lane. Because I believe the 3rd driver to win back-to-back races at Chicagoland, and everyone that's done that has became a Cup Series champion. Could this be the year that Chase Briscoe gets it all done and wins the Bill France Cup? As Chase Briscoe climbs out of the car, celebrating with his crew winner for the first time in 2026. Well, Chase Briscoe gets the win at Chicagoland, wins it on the pit road. When we come back, it'll be NASCAR Nation Post Race here from Joliet, Illinois. Chase Briscoe wins a thriller in Illinois. After a wild night in Chicagoland that saw a fuel mileage finish in overtime, it saw Chase Briscoe score his first win of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season by winning it on the pit lane. And trust me, the fans were hyped up after this one. We welcome you guys into NASCAR Nation Post Race. There's Chase Briscoe celebrating in victory lane for the first time this season, second year in a row that he's won here at the Chicagoland Speedway, and it is the 6th win of his NASCAR Cup Series career. And of course, the fireworks are going off. Great fireworks show here at the Chicagoland Speedway post race. So, yeah, it was a very interesting night indeed here from the Chicagoland Speedway. Hello, guys. I am GWR, and welcome into NASCAR Nation Post Race. What a race that was. What a hell of a Saturday night. We had Chase Briscoe getting the win, of course, tonight, getting his first win of the season, second year in a row that he's on to Chicagoland. Well, only a few drivers have done that. Tony Stewart, I believe, has done that. Kevin Harvick has. Mark Truex Jr. All those guys, they have championships. So Chase Briscoe might be a threat for the championship this season. Let's take a look at the point standings, though. And Christopher Bell is the new points leader. Chastain falls down a few positions. And really, I want to look at Bell here. He has 0 wins this year. 0 wins, and he's a point leader. That's how consistent Bell's been this season. So, yeah, in NASCAR's near 80-year history, we've never had a winless champion. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen this year. Bell's going to win eventually. Our champion's going to have at least a win. So, in that case, Bell doesn't win, and I don't think Bell's going to be winning this championship. But really, it's anyone's race. The top 8, they're all within a race from with one another. Of course, 185 points are the max points you can get. So everyone in the top 9, essentially almost everyone in the top 10 is within a race from one another and getting that championship point lead. So that's just how crazy this year has been. That's how much parity there has been going on. I mean, yeah. The racing, sure, tonight was crazy, but I think the championship hunt is going to be even more wild. Well, that's going to almost do it for us this week. Next week, we had to Dover for the Auto Trader 400. We had to the first state, and we had to the Monster Mile. We've been racing there since 1969, almost 60 years of racing there at that great racetrack. And it surely was a great one today, celebrating 25 years of the Chicagoland Speedway. Chase Briscoe, he gets the job done, and he wins it at the Chicagoland Speedway. This has been DWR here, NASCAR on Speed. We'll see you guys in Dover. Good night from Chicagoland. Chase Briscoe is the big winner tonight.